Given vector P is 2, 3, vector Q is minus 3, 1, and vector R is minus 2, minus 5, express the following as column vectors. Vector A is equal to vector P plus vector Q plus vector R. Vector P is equal to 2 times vector P minus vector Q minus vector R. And vector C is equal to vector P minus 3 times vector Q plus 2 times vector R. Find also the magnitude of A, the magnitude of B, and the magnitude of C. Right, so we've got A is vector P plus vector Q plus vector R. So it's going to be 2, 3 plus minus 3, 1 plus minus 2 minus 5. So all we need to do is add these up. 2 minus 3 minus 2 gives me minus 3. And then 3 plus 1 minus 5 gives me minus 1. Now if we draw this, so P is 2 along, 3 up. And then Q is minus 3, 1 up. And then R is minus 2, 5 down. Okay, then vector C is the vector joining this one to this one. The arrow pointing in that direction. This was our starting point and this is our finishing point. And that gives me vector A minus 3 minus 1. So we go back 3 down 1. So we can see we got that right. Now we're asked to find the magnitude of that vector. This is what this symbol means. Find the magnitude. So it's going to be the square root using Pythagoras. Square root of minus 3 squared plus minus 1 squared, which gives me the square root of 10, and then my calculator gives me 3.16 units to 3 significant figures. Right, in the next one, here we have the vectors. I've got to find that vector V is equal to 2 times vector P minus vector Q minus vector R. So it's going to be 2 times 2, 3, minus 3, 1, and minus 2, minus 5. Now we need to take a little bit of care here. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. Now when we take that minus sign in, so get minus 3, we need to change the sign here to a plus because we're going to add negative the vector. But we have to change the signs within the vector. So it's going to be 3 minus 1. So it changes from minus 3, 1 to 3 minus 1, and this becomes plus. Same idea here, becomes plus 2 plus 5. Then what we do is we add these up. 4 plus 3 plus 2 gives me 9. 6 minus 1 plus 5 gives me 10. Right, drawing them out. So draw this one first, 4, 6. So 2p is 4 along, 6 up. Minus q is 3 minus 1. Minus q is that should be 3 minus 1. And then R is going to be 2, 5. So it's 2 along, 5 up. The resultant is the one from here joining up from here. Okay, and that is 9 along, and 10 up. Okay, so the magnitude of that is going to be, applying Pythagoras to this, we're going to get square root of 9 squared plus 10 squared. That gives me square root of 181, which is approximately equal to 13.5 units to 3 significant figures. Now in the last case, we've got C is equal to vector P minus 3 times vector Q plus 2 times vector R. So same idea, 2, 3 minus 3 times minus 3, 1 plus 2 times minus 2 minus 5. So we're going to have 2, 3. Now we take that minus sign into the thing and then change this one to a plus, because so that gives me plus 9 minus 3. And this one we'd keep as plus because we're just adding. So it becomes minus 4 minus 10. Then adding that up, we get 2 plus 9 minus 4, which is 7, and then 3 minus 10, which is minus 10. So drawing that one out, so using these, so it's 2, 3, 2 along 3, and then 9 minus 3, 9 minus 3, that's minus 3q, and then 2r is going to be that back 4 down 10, so it's going to take me down to here, so it's back 4 down to 10, and then this is the resultant, So C is going to be 7 minus 10, so that means I've gone 7 that way, and then down 10. Okay, to find the magnitude of C, which was apply Pythagoras to this, so it's the square root of 7 squared plus minus 10 squared, which gives me the square root of 149, which is 12.2 units to 3 significant figures. So this has been a video to show you how to do addition, subtraction and multiplication of a scalar and combinations of these, drawing them out and then actually finding the magnitude of the resultant. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.